Hi everyone. So we're in winter, so it means projects get taken indoors, and I've been messing about. Whoops! I just knocked my QR codes over. I've been messing about with these little cheap cameras. This Florian, I think I paid $14.99 for him. Nice little HD camera on there, and of course it's pan, tilt, and zoom. Well, what that means is that you can get into these devices using Python, and I can drive the pan, tilt and zoom pretty much anywhere I want it to go. And another nice little toolkit that I found inside Python is the ability to recognise QR codes. So I've knocked this little thing together here. I've got 12 QR codes scattered around the room, and the objective of my little friend in the middle here is to scan across them all, find out where these different objects are. For example, here I've got this one here, it's got QR coded up as pencil case, that one's door, that one's window. They're just arbitrary labellings, but obviously the QR code says what these objects are. Clearly they're not, they're just pieces of paper. And what I'm going to do is I just run up the software, so open up, point that towards the screen, so open up idle, see it's in there, and go to the old projects. Okay, so what I need to do is I just need to calibrate the camera. Ordinarily I'd have that calibrated already, but this is a cold start. So just find that line of code there. Just got to take that thread out. And turn those two off. Okay, so we should now be able to go through the calibration phase, so watch what happens. Going to run, no errors, that's good. So the little camera in the middle, any second now you can see there's the video on the screen and it's performing the recognition of the different QR codes, but the camera's calibrating itself, so it's spinning round. You can see in the view window what it's seeing, and it's actually already recognising some of these, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So it's panned fully one way, creating its waypoints, and now it's going to pan the other way, as you can see on the screen. So it's threaded. I've got two threads running this, one thread running the open CV on the screen, and the other thread is running on the camera there. I may need to move that one round a bit because I don't think it can see that one. Let's just find something to prop it up against. That one was a little bit too far round, the camera couldn't reach. Come on, stand up. Very, very fiddly. Okay, so that done, and it recognised 11. Now there's 12 on screen, so I may need to move one of the QR codes to get it to recognise. But let's go back to the code, and now we want to run, so it seeks out the different codes and it's going to try and work out the distance to those codes and then finally it's going to visit each one of the QR codes in order according to their distance. So watch away again. So it's clicking between the waypoints, you see, and on screen it's doing the recognitions. See if it can pick up that last one that I just moved. Yes, it does. It's the one on the far right hand side. So we've got 100% recognition of those QR codes so far. See if it carries on going round. There's the little chap spinning round, Mr. $14.99. And oh, there's one there it can't see. That's a bit annoying. So let's just move that out a little bit so we can see it when it goes back. And hopefully, yep. Listen up.
I have found all the objects. I will now visit them according to the furthest first.
So it's spinning round and it's telling
Looking at
us
floor which is 131 wide. Looking at pencil case which is 161 wide. Looking at door which is 174 wide. Looking at ceiling which is 174 wide. Looking at coffee cup which is 180 wide. Looking at monitor which is 184 wide. Looking at loudspeaker which is 197 wide. Looking at mouse which is 234 wide. Looking at book which is 250 wide. Looking at keyboard which is 340 wide. Looking at desk lamp which is 379 wide. Looking at window which is 389 wide. Program is closing down.
And clearly out of all of those, floor was the furthest one away and window was the closest one to the camera, so that's working quite well, I think. It's a little thing I developed to try and aid blind people, but it's been a nice little exercise, and now it's kind of working. I thought I'd just share it with you on YouTube. But amazing what you can do with a very, very cheap camera. But these are absolutely marvellous little things. Anyway, that's that one.